Hi and welcome back. My name is Alma from twinsmommy.com, and for today I'm going to do a niche site update. When I talked about my new niche site, it's about 4 months old, and I'm going to tell you what happened during the 4 months. So here's what it looks like. Right here I have a couple of blog posts. I actually don't even know how many I have here. So I've been doing a couple of 2 pages full, so 10 posts in 4 months. It's not a lot. Usually when people start new niche sites, they have a lot of content that they push out and publish, so probably 10 to 20 posts a month, and so they would have about 40 posts at this point. But for me, since I do other stuff besides my niche site, I have my main business, I have Twins Mommy and my freelance writing clients, this is fine. I am okay going at this slow. And so if you want to start a niche site, that's something that you can know that it works. It works getting that niche site up with the right keywords. Make sure you check out my keyword guide for ranking. I have updated it. It now has 1,600 easy keywords for ranking, and I've added new niches just for you. So I have added the quilting niche, the breastfeeding niche is actually new, the fashion and beauty niche. I've added yoga and wellness niche, pets is a new niche, crochet and knitting is a new niche. So those are brand new niches that you can start if you have a passion for, let's say, quilting, and you have some quilt experience, doing quilting. I have a lot of keywords that are product based as well as informational based to help you start a somewhat similar strategy that I have for my niche site. So I want to share with you what I have been doing. Like I said, I have about 10 posts up. I knew that in the beginning I needed more help, so I have been using Jasper. Jasper is an AI writing assistant tool. So in the beginning, I did rely heavily on Jasper to help me write. For example, this post has a lot of Jasper written content in it, but I do update it, I do edit it so that it's my writing. I use my words, I move things around. I know Jasper likes to use patterns and it's very wordy when it writes. So I do, pare down my sentences, I do streamline them and make them more actionable than what Jasper gives me. But it does help me add more to my introductions here. As you can see, that's more introductions here. So something like this probably was somewhat Jasper written, but I added my own voice to it. And then I use Jasper for product descriptions. I do have a video on that, so make sure you watch that if you need help writing product descriptions. Because for me, I do not like writing product descriptions. When clients ask me to write product descriptions, I sort of groan on the inside and I decide, should I really take this or not? It's not a fun project for me. So when I do it for my own blogs, I do want that extra help, and Jasper does help me with that. So I was relying on Jasper, but as you realize, I wasn't writing as many posts. Like this post probably took me way longer than necessary. Same with that post. And then this post really slowed me down because I really wanted this to be a very beefy guide. And so this post really slowed me down, and I did use Jasper, but it was just a lot. I also am creating these little freebies that you can instantly download. I'm not collecting emails. You go to it and you can have it right away. So again, this is just a strategy for me to just grow on Pinterest, create a pin just for a free tracking, a cleaning tracker if they want, and they can go to this post and grab it. Things like this where I'm just trying different avenues to get people to come in and stay on my site. I am not collecting emails at this point. I don't know if I will. So I do create, not all the time, these little graphics, these PDFs. And like I said, I was using, and I'm still using Jasper, but I needed another writer. So I hired a writer in around the end of June, and they have been helping me create content. I have them write about 1,500 words. I give them all the SEO keywords they need. I give them the title, everything that they need, even the subheadings. And so they just write the content. And then I go in with Jasper, or I go in myself and add more to it, because I want each of my posts to be around 2,000 words or more. So for example, a writer may have given me 21 and I added a few more to make it 2,000 words. I may have changed the introduction a little bit, but as having another writer, it just helps me with any kind of potential penalties Google might give me because it is AI generated content. I don't want that. And Google is cracking down on that. So I want to mix, and it's okay if I have parts of my blog posts AI written and other parts not, as long as the not part that's AI written is more than the parts that are AI written, right? So I do have some parts parts of this blog post AI written, but generally I'd say over 90% it is written by a writer that I hired. I am excited for more content. As you can see, I have been recently updating it. I wrote this post, and then my writer has been writing the rest of the posts. And I've been also updating and editing the posts too. Another thing that I'm doing with this blog is trying to add my own images. Now, I do like having stock images. I do use deposit photos for my images here, my stock photos, but every now and then, if I can, I want to add my own images. So I have this particular post. I found a nice keyword and I already have the towels that I was going to write about anyways. So I decided to create a blog post about that. So this is what I have, and I have nice big photo. I can even use this as a Pinterest pinnable, so I can just save it just like that. I've been exploring using just photos for people to save on their Pinterest profile. So I have that with an annotation that it's my photo. And so that is a kind of neat strategy. So I'm really excited that what I'm doing is actually working. I am getting traffic. I am getting income. People are clicking on my links to buy products. I will share all of that. You can see quickly where my traffic is coming in, the main sources of traffic. So I'm really excited about that. You know, it does rely heavily on social, but I mean, a close second is, you know, SEO. It's getting there. So I'm excited about that. Usually when I start sites, you know, my social is like 90%. And, you know, being around 60-65%, that's good because I'm focusing more on SEO. So I'm happy with that. We can take a look at my Pinterest profile because that's the main social network that I'm using to promote this niche site. So here is my Pinterest profile. Since I am not using Tailwind, I'm not using a scheduler, I am only updating when I can. So I am using the native scheduler here in Pinterest, but it's only probably 1 pin a day, maybe 2 pins a day, but generally 1 pin a day for 4 or 5 days. And then I might forget about it and then I refill the queue. It's about a 2-week queue. And so this is what I have for my pins. So you can see I've been putting just the straight picture, ones with text. I've been playing around to see what people like. And so people now are finally saving my pins. This took about 2 months, maybe almost close to 3 months for this to happen. I still cannot see my analytics, which is kind of interesting for me to think that I thought within 30 days, Pinterest could glean my Pinterest profile and get some analytics. But I think because I'm not pinning as often, it can't really calculate that. I'm sure if I put this into Tailwind and started pinning 20 to 50 times a day, that I would get some analytics, but I'm only pinning 1 or 2 times a day. And I don't go on this profile much to save pins, which, you know, I can here and there and do that more, but people are actually saving my pins. So this is nice. For me, this tells me which pins are getting the most traction. Is it the topic or is it the style? I'm finding more it's the topic, not necessarily the style, but I do play around with that. You know, for example, this got a save. So what was it? Is it the quick? Is it the style? What is it? You know, no picture of a face. Was that what it was? So I like to go and explore that option. This one has 49 clicks to the post. So people really like a high list post and they like the style of a pin. So I've been doing more of that to see if that helps. All of this helps me just sort of grow my Pinterest profile very slowly. It is quite slow, but like I said, it is not my main method of gaining traffic at this moment. It's part of it. It's an initial part of it, but I'm hoping that SEO will take over eventually. So you want to know my traffic. So I'll put a screenshot of what the traffic is right now. As you can see, it's not a lot. Like I said, I'm not pumping out tons of content. I'm not sharing this on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm not overly promoting this. I'm just using mostly keywords to get this to rank. And it is a slow process. And I do figure it's going to take about a year to really get some page views and consistent views on my blog. But I'm happy to tell you that I am making some money. I am making Amazon sales. So we'll get to that soon. I just want you to get you a snapshot of what's been happening. So for keywords, I use Ahrefs to help me see what's going on there. So you can see a snapshot of what Ahrefs gives me for this niche site. So my traffic is going up, which is is good. As far as keywords, I have about 290 keywords for this blog. In the beginning, within the first month or two, I had about 50 to 70 keywords. So I am getting more keywords. I have a few posts on the first page of Google, which is quite nice. So I'm excited about that. Not every post is getting like crazy shares. There's only a few here. So this one here, this one does. So this one is getting shares here and people are sharing it on Twitter. So not every post is getting massive shares and that's fine. I'm okay with that. This one too has some massive shares. So the ones with high numbers, ones that are ideas, ones that have just like a library, like you go to it and it has everything. Those are the ones that are getting the most hits for social, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But it's the other posts that aren't getting social shares that are ranking in Google. And I'm happy with that too, because, you know, I'm really targeting keywords here. Like this is a product blog post. I don't normally write these things. These are not part of my Twins Mommy content, my other site, Alma Kane, even Smart Mom Ideas. I wasn't writing specific content like this. I may have had in the past, every now and then I do like the best baby bottle for breastfed babies, or I might do the best what works for a diaper cream, but it was few and far between. But now, like I said, my plan is to really ramp up this type of content. So like I have something like this where it's heavily product based. And so far this is working. I mean, it's not a for sure thing. That's why I pepper my content with other types of posts that will bring in views, bring in people to come in, not just having a product blog post. So I am balancing between the two because I don't want an entire site with just product based blog posts, and Google doesn't want that either. I mean, they have done a product update with Google ranking, so they have looked at many sites like this and it's not a favorable type of site. So I am aware of that. So that's why I do produce other types of content. Now, as far as income, so am I making money? Now, once you sign up to Amazon for a brand new blogger, you know, you need to make, what was it, like 3 sales or within the first 3 months. I do have a guide here on Twins Mommy of how to make your first 3 sales. I'm in month 4 of my niche site content strategy. And so I'm happy to tell you that I've made 12 sales, which is I'm over the moon by that. I'm excited that I've made 12 sales. And so I have reached that threshold and I'm continuing to make sales almost every day. So this is good news for me that within 4 months, I'm able to do this. I'm fortunate that I hired a writer, but even if I didn't, this would just be a slower process for me. It would take me a little bit longer, maybe 1 post a month. I would set a goal for that and it would just be slower. So the fact that I have a writer that helps me write more weekly content just puts the content out more. I've already vetted the keywords for these post ideas. I have dozens and dozens of post ideas for this site already. So I just need it written and then optimize. I'll go through and optimize it for ranking potential. And that strategy is working for me. So if you need help with growing your blog, you have 2 resources here. I have my easy keyword guide that if you're in any of these niches, you can definitely get keywords. I mean, many of you guys hopefully are doing like a lifestyle niche because those are fun. Smart Mom Ideas is a lifestyle niche and I can lean on parenting keywords, baby keywords, even organizing, pregnancy, breastfeeding now. Like there's tons here. Each niche has about 80 keywords. So that's a lot of keywords that you have that you can pull from. Even if you grab some, like I'm going to do a healthy eating post, or I'm going to go to health and fitness here and to yoga and wellness to see if there's any kind of healthy eating kind of keyword that I can use. You can definitely lean on a lot of these niches here for your own post. Even if all you do is a motherhood blog, you can definitely see about doing some kind of fitness, a fashion one. I'm exploring fashion on Smart Mom Ideas. So definitely there's some great benefits to having a lifestyle niche. So you can really use a lot of keywords in this guide. And then if you are struggling with making your first 3 sales as an Amazon affiliate blogger, then you can definitely take a look at my post. I do have a snapshot of what I'm making, but actually, to tell you the truth, this has almost doubled since I've written this post in June. I am really pumping out the affiliate marketing content and it's really helping me improve my commission rates for Amazon. Make sure to take a look at that and let me know if you have any specific questions about my strategy for niche sites. Like I said, this is what's happening. It is in the back end. I'm not pushing hard like other people who do niche sites. It's not my main way of doing business, but it's a fun project for sure. All right, so let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more videos just like this. And I'll see you in the next video.